I think
Sure.
you probably are frustrated.
Well, I am. He has resorted to negative campaigning, and I'm going to challenge him on some of the statements that he's making.
Look, the mayor said in a debate last night that I brought his wife into this campaign. That is patently false.
But 2 weeks, you're going to challenge somebody's integrity and somebody's character and somebody's financial capabilities on something that was 2 weeks late. It's pretty low.
6 days to go until Election Day, and the attacks are becoming more pointed in the Fort Wayne's mayor's race. Now, a new TV ad from Tim Smith raises questions about whether Mayor Tom Henry has paid his taxes on time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Jackson.
And I'm Tom Powell. We're glad you're with us tonight. As Fort Wayne's NBC News reporter Jeff Newmeyer tells us, the mayor is suggesting Republican Tim Smith doesn't have clean hands on this issue either.
For 32 years, Tom Henry has been entangled in politics.
A spot that started airing Tuesday from Republican challenger Tim Smith fires shots at incumbent Democrat Tom Henry for running up the city's debt, for hiking property taxes, and this.
But he only paid his own taxes after being served tax warrants.
But apparently, my opponent has decided to run a negative smear campaign against me, my wife, and my family.
The mayor believed the Smith ad had to do with delinquent taxes owed on a bar owned by Henry's wife that was sold on contract to a man who didn't complete the transaction, and the property came back to the Henrys.
I've never included her name nor even her title, wife, in any direct mail.
Smith says the tax charges have to do with businesses and property taxes connected to Henry himself. The big one, a warrant for more than $17,000 in 2015, related to an insurance and consulting business Henry owned called Gallant Group. Smith says he's not crossing the line, that these criticisms are fair game because Henry sent out mailings in the 2011 mayor's race calling Paula Hughes on the carpet for the same kind of thing.
She makes you pay more, he has. She refuses to pay her own, he refused to pay his own. 5 different times. Mayor Henry had an explanation for some of the tax payment allegations and a new complaint about Smith.
They turn to negativity because in some circles, negative sells.
Henry says when he was elected mayor in 2007, he turned over operation of the Gallant Group to his employees. Then the business sold in 2015, and the $17,000 tax bill was paid within 2 weeks of him being made aware of it. He claims he wasn't responsible for 2 1998 bills related to Midwest Health Net, saying he was just an employee of that company. Henry says he thought in the final days of the race both sides would take the high road.
Unfortunately, he has resorted to negative campaigning, and I'm going to challenge him on some of the statements that he's making.
6 more days of campaigning till in the 2019 race, we crown a winner. Jeff Newmeyer, Fort Wayne's NBC.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Henry brought to our attention that in 2015 there was a $107 delinquency fine for not paying taxes on time for Smith's current home. The Smith campaign says that was from the previous homeowner and that the Smiths took care of that bill as soon as they took possession of the home.